My name's Mark, and I'm an honest, hard-working American like yourself. And lately in the news, I've been hearing an awful lot about stimulus packages, bank bailouts, and other sort of massive government programs. Well, I don't know about you, but I have a hard time wrapping my head around those big figures. I mean, $900 billion for the stimulus and $750 billion for the bank bailout. I mean, those are big numbers. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time grasping the concept of that kind of money. I mean, I'm the type of guy who, if I have $4, I have a hard time figuring out how many items I can get off the dollar menu at McDonald's. But the nice thing about the government, take the bank bailout. Now that's $750 billion, and it's been divided into two parts. The first part was paid out under President Bush's administration. And the second part, $350 billion, will be paid out under Obama's administration. Now, the nice thing about the government is they give these programs names to help us better understand them and how they really work. The bank bailout is called the Temporary Asset Reduction Program, T.A.R.P, or T.A.R.P. Now, once I heard that, I was like, okay, I understand it. Because I don't know if you're like me, an honest, hard-working American, and you've bought something that's really of no value, and you've paid way too much money for it, and it's a piece of junk sitting in your backyard, one great big mess you don't know what to do with, and your significant other isn't happy, and your neighbor isn't happy with this, then there's only one thing for it, and that's a T.A.R.P. Yes, you go down to the hardware store and you buy yourself a T.A.R.P. Preferably a nice big blue T.A.R.P. And you put it over that mess. And there you go. Problem solved. So you've got your blue T.A.R.P. over your mess and everybody's happy. Your significant other's happy. Your neighbor's happy. So what the government has done basically is gone down to the hardware store and bought an extra super large shiny blue T.A.R.P. and thrown it over the banking problem so we can all relax. Because we all know that. Many of us have a blue T.A.R.P. in our own backyard and understand completely what they're talking about. Now, the added benefit of this big blue T.A.R.P. in my backyard is that folks flying into the local airport, when they look down, why, they'll say, hey look, Mark's got a brand new swimming pool in his backyard. The economy must be on the upswing. And so it builds consumer confidence. In fact, if you were to go up into outer space and look down on the U.S. right now, you'd say, hey, look, the U.S. has a great big brand new blue shiny ocean. So we can all relax. Still having a hard time wrapping your head around the concept of the bank bailout? Well, think of the bankers, the Wall Street bankers, as teenagers. Much like your own teenage son who asks you for money. Hi, son.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
Can I have $350 billion?
$350 billion? I just gave you $350 billion last week. What'd you do with that?
Spend it.
Spend it? What'd you spend it on?
Stuff.
Stuff? What kind of stuff?
Stuff.
Well, all right. If I give you $350 billion this week, what are you going to spend it on?
A freaking blue T.A.R.P.
Well, all right. Come on. We can do that. Now, you're probably wondering, where does this all lead to? The bank bailout, the stimulus package, the credit crunch. The fact that your IRA isn't worth what it was 6 months ago. Well, first off, Something you really must know, and this comes to you probably the same way when you learned out that the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus weren't real, is that money isn't real. That's right, money's just a concept, and all by itself has no value. It's just that we've all agreed that it does have a value, just like we all agreed that those houses were worth a whole lot more than they actually were. So, what now? What have we done? Well, we've dug us a pretty big hole with the bank bailout, credit crunch, and all our other problems facing us hard-working, honest Americans. Remember as a kid when you used to dig a hole in the backyard, and you dig and you dig just because you like to, and your mom would say, if you keep digging, you're gonna dig all the way to China. Well, guess what? We've done it. Are we done? Can I go home? Okay, thanks.